What is going on, guys? And we are on my home turf today. We are on the Big Ten. If you watched earlier today's video, we had the ACC bracket go out. If you watched the other video that came out before this, I believe we saw the Big East go out. I know this order suggests that the Big Ten is going to be third, but I believe I'm going to upload the Big Ten last. Anyways, make sure you go see all those videos to see who I think the conference champions will be. But this is my home turf. This is the one that I know most. I don't even have notes written for this one. I am that confident. Northwestern versus Minnesota. You know what? Yeah, I love Marcus Carr. I think Marcus Carr is a great player, but who else is on that team? I would love to pick Minnesota just because I really do enjoy Marcus Carr's game. I think he could be a big player in the future, whether that's in the NBA, whether that is in a March Madness. But the one issue is the rest of the team sucks. Northwestern, on the other hand, don't let the record fool you. They're a competitive team, but they're just not. They don't have that elite player on their team. They're just all solid. I'm gonna have to go Northwestern because that's the kind of team that can be very scary if everybody starts gelling together in March. Then we get into Penn State and Nebraska. Penn State is not a good team. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not a good team. Nebraska, they're not a good team. I would be more scared of Northwestern than Penn State or Nebraska, and I'm gonna have to go off on a limb. I don't know what it is that's telling me this, but I want to go Nebraska. They're a more competitive team in my opinion. Yeah, their record would say not, but I feel like Nebraska's got a legitimate shot there against Penn State. Then we get into Ohio State versus Northwestern, and I don't know what I need to explain to you. E.J. Liddell is a freaking beast. He's a beast. Washington, a beast. Orange, a beast. Northwestern, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're from Illinois. I'm sorry. But Ohio State's going to embarrass them. They're going to embarrass them. It'll probably be a close game. But Ohio State's winning it. Maryland versus Michigan State. Oh, boy, if you would have told me this matchup a few weeks ago, I would have said Maryland 100%. 100%. However, Michigan State is hitting the iron while it's hot. I've said it in a few videos already. I'm sure I'll say it in these 3 videos, but they're striking the iron while it's hot. They've had 3 big top 10 wins these past few weeks. They've been able to upset Michigan. They've been able to upset Illinois. They've been able to upset Iowa. Did they beat Iowa? I don't even know. Or was it Wisconsin? I don't know. But they've had 3 top 25 wins in the past 3 weeks. Michigan State's a very scary team. Well coached. Tom Izzo, you know he's not going to go out without a fight. They're gonna beat that Maryland team. I'm not even worried about that Maryland game with Michigan State. They're gonna win. Michigan State is going to win. I am very confident in saying that. This is a matchup that's gonna be interesting because they both played each other the last 2 games of the season. They split it 1-1. And I think Michigan State, if you get Rocket Watts going, if you can get some of those guys going, maybe an Aaron Henry dropping 20 again. You got to strike the iron. You got to get Joey Hauser involved. You got to get Marcus Bingham able to stop Hunter Dickinson. You got to get Julius Marble in there. It's gonna be a good game if this happens, and I believe it will. I think it's probably a very good shot that's gonna happen. But Michigan State's not a team that you wanna overlook at this point of the year, especially with what they've been doing against ranked opponents lately. Then we get into Wisconsin versus Nebraska, and I don't think I need to explain it. I've already said Nebraska is not a good team. Wisconsin, you got Brad Davidson there. They're just always going to be one of those teams that are hard to beat. Dimitri Trice is there. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain it to you. Wisconsin's going to embarrass them. They're going to embarrass them. I think that might be the actual legit first blowout of the Big Ten tournament. Did we get Rutgers versus Indiana? And I would love to tell you that TJD, Trace Jackson Davis, was going to be able to pick up this win, man. I would love to tell you. But Ron Harper Jr., I believe, is one of the best players in the country. I don't know if other people agree with me, but every time I see this dude play, this man's got game. Ron Harper Jr. is one of my favorite players in the Big Ten. I'm going to have to go with Ron Harper Jr. and company. They're a very solid team. Rutgers they've been all around the top 25. They've been in it. They've been out of it. They've been here. They've been there. Rutgers is all over the place. I don't know what to tell you other than they ain't going to be all over the place. In Indiana, they're going to win against Trace Jackson Davis and the Hoosiers. Then we get into Purdue, Ohio State, and there's that one dude on Purdue, man. There's that one dude on Purdue that's kind of scary. That big, I think he's like 7'3" or something. There's that tall dude, man. He's kind of frightening. He could be one of those guys that we're looking at, maybe comparing to like a Cabin Jelly come March Madness. That he's gonna put up a big game. He's gonna be one of those scary defenders. So I'm kind of scared about Purdue. But even against Ohio State here, I just don't see Purdue winning. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do like Jaden Ivey there. Jaden Ivey's a very good player. He could be something special. I've heard a couple people say that he's the next Iota Sumu in the Big Ten. Well, he'll be a 2-3 year guy, and he'll be a Player of the Year candidate. He'll be one of those top guys that turns into an elite guard. But Ohio State, they already got Washington, who's a very good defender. He's a very good scorer. You got E.J. Liddell, who I believe E.J. Liddell actually has a case to possibly be in the running for I didn't see his name when I was voting for the power forwards. I don't remember what the power forward award is. I know that there's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar award, which Kofi Coburn's up for. I know that I was up for the point guard one, but I can't tell you what the power forward one is, but I don't think I saw his name up there, and he's a very good player. I think he could even be in a consideration for Big Ten Player of the Year. I love E.J. Liddell's game. I don't love that he picked Ohio State over Illinois, but I love E.J. Liddell's game. And E.J. Liddell and company are going to end up picking that win up against Purdue, if you ask me. That's just what I think is going to happen. Michigan, we get Franz Wagner and Hunter Dickinson going up against Aaron Henry, Rocket Watts, Julius Marble, Marcus Bingham, Tom Izzo. Forget Juwan Howard. Sorry, I got a phone call. I had to decline that real quick. Forget Juwan Howard. They ain't the real Big Ten champions. They played 3 less games and lost 1 less than Illinois. They ain't the real Big Ten champions. If anything, they're co-champions at best. And guess what? We beat them, so we should be the 1 seed. But it don't matter. I don't want to play at Michigan State, so I don't care. Michigan State, though, I'd be scared to play them if I'm Michigan. Juwan Howard and company should be afraid. They should be sleeping with one eye open. They should be scared. They should be in fear. I wouldn't count the Tom Izzo team out. I don't know what it is, man. Yeah, I know they split it 1-1. I know that. I know Michigan has some struggles at the end. But I gotta go with Michigan State. I'm repping them. I'm wearing the Miles Bridges Michigan State jersey. You know, Miles Bridges, my boy. I gotta give him some respect. Yeah, I didn't like how Sissoko hit Iowa in the face and costed him for 3 games. Yeah, I didn't like that. That don't mean I'm not gonna support my boy Miles Bridges' alma mater. And especially against Michigan. Michigan's fans talk a lot of crap, man. Why am I even explaining myself with this one? I don't got nothing to owe these Michigan fans. They're losing, man. And let's make this clear. My trash talk to Michigan. There's no ill will towards Michigan. I'm just poking fun at their fan base. So no ill will towards Michigan and their players or anything like that. Then we get into Iowa versus Wisconsin. This game's going to be good. But there's one issue with Wisconsin's game here against the Iowa Hawkeyes, and that is who is going to be able to stop Luka Garza. I don't know. I cannot tell you. I actually want to see this. I actually want to see Garza's stats against Wisconsin this year. So hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I might be completely wrong. Maybe that was the game that Luka Garza scored 8 points. Maybe that was the Wisconsin game. I don't know. He scored 21 the last game against Wisconsin, which they won by 4. The game before, did they play Wisconsin twice this year? He scored 30 and 21 against Wisconsin, so he's averaging 51, so 25.5 points a game against Wisconsin. There's not going to be much answer there. And unfortunately, if you don't got an answer for Luka Garza, as much as I don't like the guy, as much as I despise him, as he is one of Illinois' biggest rivals, you know what? I despise both of them because we don't like Brad Davison either up in Champaign. So either way, if we end up meeting in the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament, we're going to either be playing Brad Davison, who we don't like, or Luka Garza, who we don't like. We don't like Luka Garza more, but I think Iowa's going to win the game. I don't need to explain any much more. Iowa's going to win. They got Luka Garza. As much as I hate to say they got Luka Garza, they got Luka Garza. He's not the National Player of the Year, but he's a good player. I got to give it to him. I can't fiddle around and say, hey, he's not that great. Yeah, he didn't do well against Illinois because we're Illinois, but he's a solid player. Illinois against Rutgers. I don't know what Rutgers thinks they're gonna do. I don't know what you think you're gonna do if you're Rutgers. I'm sorry, Rutgers, but if you saw Batman the other day, he closed it out. Against a top team in the country, against Ohio State, 7th team in the country. Everybody else was cooking for the last 3 games without Io. We had a big game against Michigan where we blew them out without our star player. Adam Miller was going crazy. We had Kofi Coburn going crazy. Trent Frazier's playing his best ball. DeMonte Williams hitting some big shots when it matters most. Illinois is going to be a very scary team in this year's tournament. I'm going to have to take the Fighting Illini against Rutgers, and I can't be more proud to say it. This year feels like something special for Illinois, man. I've been texting my friends. I've been texting my family. I've been on the phone with my mom. I've been on the phone with my dad. I've been on the phone with my friend. I've been in Discords with my friends. We've all been talking about Illinois basketball, and I think we all believe the same thing, that we legitimately have a shot to win that national championship this year. And not only that national championship this year, but the Big Ten this year. I feel like we got a chance to win that Big Ten tournament. I think we have a very good, healthy chance of winning that Big Ten tournament as long as we don't get hindered by Iowa and as long as we don't get hindered by Michigan. Those are the 2 teams I'm scared of most. Michigan, they're definitely going to give a better challenge second time around. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Ohio State and Michigan State, the 2 state teams here in the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. The 1 seed, gone. The 4 seed, gone. So that means you got the next 2 highest seeds on this bracket, 5 and 9. Actually, Maryland was an 8. So the next 2 of the next 3 highest seeds on that side of the bracket. And I would love to sit here and tell you that Michigan State's going to win and we'd be playing Michigan State. I would. But I think we're in for that matchup. I think we're in for that 1-1 matchup in the finals of the Big Ten tournament. I think Ohio State wins. And they have their sights set on one team in particular that they just lost to, but a team they know they beat earlier in the year, and I think they're targeting them, Fighting Illini over there. And then we get into Iowa and Illinois. Now, this game is going to have bad blood. Iowa, Illinois always does. You want to roll the clips? Roll them. Look at the DeMonte face-to-face with, who was it? Was it Fran McCaffrey's son? I think it might have been him. It was one of the starting guards for. It wasn't Luka, but even after the game, Luka's sitting there talking trash. Io coming out talking trash. Everybody after these games and during these games, it is a very hostile environment from both teams. There is no love lost between these teams. Both teams don't like each other. There's no secret about that. You know what we say in Champaign outside of the Luka Garza hate? We don't say Iowa as in IOWA. We say Iowa. AYOWA. You know why? The last 2 times Iowa played Iowa. What happened to Iowa? What happened? We own Iowa. Brad Underwood owns Iowa. And that ain't changing. That ain't changing in this Big Ten tournament. Let me talk my trash. That's what this is. I'm hyping myself up for this. But either way, I think Illinois is gonna win. Yeah, I'm hyping up Illinois a lot. Yeah, I'm playing into the rivalry a lot because let's make this clear. Iowa and Illinois, we're no friends. The Iowa fan base, the Illinois fan base, they're no friends. There's a very hostile interactions between everybody. It's like a war between the two fan bases, between the two teams, and it makes it even better now because we have a war between the two players, between National Player of the Year Ayo Dosunmu and runner-up National Player of the Year Luka Garza, if you ask me. But that doesn't change the fact that Illinois is winning this game. Let me say it again. Iowa, Ayowa, Iowa. Batman winning. Batman's winning. Joker's got to get out of here. The Joker, Luka Garza, got to get his fraud self out of here. We own them. And I don't even need to. Do I need to bring it up here in this Ohio State game? I guess I will. You want to know who had a big game against Ohio State and who's had a big game since Iowa's absence? One of the guys that I think is going to be a centerpiece and a vital piece to keeping this team relevant even after Iowa leaves the team, even after Trent Frazier leaves the team, even after DeMonte leaves the team, if Kofi leaves the team this offseason, I think that this kid is going to be something special. I think he is one of the best, if not already a top guard in the Big Ten. I think he has potential to be something even bigger than that, maybe a top player in the country. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he is going to be a top. No. Don't get me wrong. Trust me. But he's one of the hustle players. He's one of the guys that he plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's a hustle player. He's going to get out there. He's going to get you some rebounds if you need some rebounds. He's going to get you some good looks at assist. He'll drive to the basket. Hey, your team can't score. Guess who's coming in? Andre Curbelo. Andre Curbelo will give you a quick 5. We've seen it time and time again the last few weeks where Illinois couldn't get much going. Curbelo goes in there. He plays good defense. He gets a spark plug offensively. He kind of reminds me of what Alan Griffin did for the team last year, except the one thing is he's a ball handler. When he does it, it's much more noticeable. Alan Griffin will come give you two, 3 threes real quick, play some good defense, has some cool stuff. But Curbelo, you know exactly. He is like the focus of the team right there. He's not a player that you could lose track of. Why? Because this dude is ball dominant. I think he has a very bright future, and he had a good game against Ohio State last time. I think if we're going to end up beating Ohio State this time, I think you're going to need to be a game at Andre Curbelo. Maybe some big shots from Adam Miller, maybe some big shots from Kofi Cockburn. Hopefully Kofi Cockburn can figure out his sub 60% free throw percentage before the Big Ten tournament begins. Hopefully Brad Underwood is getting that chill with them. Hopefully Chris Holtman's team doesn't come up and play their best basketball. Hopefully we can stop E.J. Liddell. That pick and pop that they do with E.J. Liddell in Washington is pretty nasty against Illinois. We don't know how to guard it because we got Kofi Cockburn guarding E.J. Liddell. But it's gonna be one of two things if this matchup happens. It's either gonna be E.J. Liddell having a big game, or it's going to be Andre Curbelo having a big game. Maybe even Ayo. But we expect those 20-point, near 20-point games from Ayo Dosunmu. That's just what we expect out of him because he's been that for us all year. He's been that for us since he's arrived in Champaign. If you need a big shot, you ain't giving the ball to Adam Miller. You're not giving the ball to Trent Frazier. You're not giving DeMonte hit some clutch shots. He even hit the 3 to put us ahead to tie the game last time against Ohio State. But if you need a big shot, go to Ayo Dosunmu. He's the best one in the country. And because he's the best in the country, we got to go with Ayo Dosunmu here. And that is going to do it here for the Big Ten bracket predictions. I actually need to finish this video up real quick because I have about 2 minutes until I have to go get my laundry. But that should be fine. But make sure you guys go see the ACC video, which came up really early today. The Big East video, I don't know what time that's going out. The Big 12 video, the Pac-12 video, the SEC video, those are all going to be out today. So make sure you guys go and check out your own. If you're an ACC fan, make sure you go check out whichever conference you enjoy the most. But for right now, it's been Gamers Goon, and I would have already seen you in all the other videos. Make sure you go watch those. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, comment down below who you think might win the Big Ten tournament. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stick with us through March, because it's going to be big in March. We're going to be reacting daily to March Madness, not to the conference tournaments, but March Madness. We're going to be predicting March Madness. We're going to be predicting each round of March Madness. I will give you a whole March Madness prediction thing from the very beginning, but then we will adjust it as the days go on. So second round, maybe I got everything wrong in the first round. I'll readjust it just to help you guys out and show you guys what my thought process is going into March Madness this year. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in this wonderful month of March.